Good morning and welcome to today's Smart Business Strategies podcast. I am Anna Wilds, the franchise economist. I am delighted you are here and join me in welcoming our special guest, Corey Lyons, brand president of Koala Insulation. Welcome to the show, Corey.
Thanks, Anna. Thank you very much for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
I am very happy for you to be here as well, and so is my audience. So start us off, Corey, and tell us a little bit about you and Koala Insulation.
Yeah, perfect. So, I've been in the franchise space for more than 20 years, really supporting franchisees, leading and growing teams and leading and growing franchises as well. All of it has been on the franchisor side. Now, Koala Insulation, we are unlike any other brand. We're a very, very approachable home service brand focusing on insulation and solving our customers' wants and needs in their homes as well. So at Koala Insulation, we offer every single modality of insulation, for each individual customer.
Well, in every building, residential or commercial, needs insulation. So talk about an essential service in a recession-resistant business. This is just an awesome one, and I'm delighted you're here. Help us understand what differentiates you and makes you unique.
Yeah, perfect. Now, we really focus on solving the why for our customers. Each and every customer who takes the time to reach out to a Koala Insulation franchisee has already self-identified some sort of issue. And that's why they're taking the time to fill out a web form or picking up the phone to call us. So we really focus on that why and solving that issue. Now, our product of insulation, it really teeters on a perfect balance between a want and a need. Our customers want to be more comfortable in their home, right? Oftentimes we'll see that a specific room is either hotter in the summertime or cooler in the winter time, and they want to be more comfortable, but they also need to save more money, or they need to save money every single month on their energy bills as well. So it's got that perfect balance. Now, we offer, as I mentioned, we offer every single type of insulation for our customers, so we can really cater it to their wants and their needs as well, to make sure that their home is as comfortable as possible and they're saving money every single month on their energy bills.
You shared a fascinating statistic with me. You said 90% of homes need insulation. Is that right? Or
Yeah. So that's a third-party study that 90% of all homes are under insulated. Think about that. Proper insulation, again, not only will make your home more comfortable as well as save money, but the ancillary benefits, right? Of being able to make your HVAC system last longer because it doesn't have to work as hard. So there's a lot of different benefits. But yeah, it's an alarming stat if 90% of homes are under insulated.
Well, and another interesting statistic is that 44% of a homeowner's energy bill goes just to either heating or cooling the house. That's amazing. That's almost 50%.
Yeah, and that's through the HVAC system of the air conditioner and furnace, right? And that's also the largest producer of residential greenhouse gases as well. So with proper insulation, it'll allow your furnace or your air conditioner to work less and help reduce greenhouse gases too. So a lot of the times, for example, in the summertime, if a home is too hot or a specific room is too hot, the first thought for a customer is, our air conditioner is going bad, right? Well, that's not often the case. The air conditioner is working just fine, but all that expensive conditioned air that you're pumping into your home is just going right out the ceiling or the walls, right? So not every single customer thinks of insulation first, and the reason being is it's out of sight, out of mind. So that's where our marketing comes in as well, to really for that educational component of insulation, and as well as a call to action for each and every customer.
Well, share with the audience, Corey, what is the role of the owner? How is he or she spending their time every day?
Yeah, so it depends, right? It really depends on what that franchisee's goals are, right? Now, we have franchisees that have started in the business as either the sales estimator or the operations manager, installer, and then they've grown and scaled their business, and they've stepped away and really focused on working on the business, really creating business relationships inside their community as well. So we don't have an exact one size fits all for our franchisees. When we're working with our franchisees and getting to know them, and they're getting to know our business, that's one thing that we focus on, is what is going to be their role in the business, and how are we as a franchisor able to support that individual franchisee's goals and dreams as well. So it's not a one size fits all. We cater it to each and every franchisee.
And my understanding is, so as owner operator, you start off in the business and you can choose which role you want to play. There are two primary roles an owner typically takes. You want to speak to that, Corey?
Yeah, absolutely. So, in business, nothing happens until you sell something, right? So you've got the sales estimator component, and that's really for those really outgoing franchisees that for lack of a better term, have the gift of gab and can really make individual customers comfortable in their homes. But then we also have the operations side, right? Of real, that's true leadership aspect of managing the teams that are working with the customers every single day and helping develop these business to business relationships. And then as the business grows and scales and the franchisees hire more individuals, that's a perfect time for that individual franchisee to be able to take a step back and work on the business, versus in the business as well, and really truly leading their entire teams that are working in the business each and every day.
I'm glad you clarified that. So that's fantastic. Now, and you did mention that there are some people want to start off semi-absentee, but you work closely with those candidates to understand that that's going to really affect the unit economics and the pricing model.
Absolutely. If we're working with a franchisee who's looking to, specifically just, as that semi-absentee, or executive business ownership model, we really lay out, the expectations, because that's going to be a larger capital outlay for each individual franchisee. So we really spend a lot of time with them, ensuring that they understand that they're going to have to hire additional roles in the business as well. We've seen the true recipe for success in our businesses is somebody is a franchisee who's in the business, goes and scales the business, and then works on the business.
And who makes an ideal candidate for Koala Insulation? Do you have to have any particular background, like come from the construction industry or be handy?
No, we have a couple of franchisees who come to us, already with a construction background. Of all of our franchisees, we've had one franchisee come to us actually with insulation experience as well. The majority of our franchisees have been corporate refugees, right? Somebody who wants to take their destiny in their own hands, whether if they've taken an early retirement or been laid off or just wanted to change and really focus on each individual candidate and what they want to, how they want to succeed with the business.
Can you give a couple of examples of people who've come from the corporate world who are now, insulation owners?
Yeah, we have individuals who worked on Wall Street for 30 years that have come into the insulation space. They went from trading to insulation. We have former professional athletes that are franchisees. As I mentioned, multiple different corporate refugees that have held director and executive levels at very large corporations, and then they've wanted to take their destiny in their own hands, with the Koala Insulation franchise. So
it's really no particular background whatsoever, industry experience, because of your training. And what you're looking for, it sounds like, is, skill set. Leadership and following a proven business model and executing a business plan. That's what you're looking for, it sounds like.
Oh, absolutely, Anna. We look for, leadership, obviously, drive, grit, of an entrepreneur as well. And at the end of the day, those are traits that you can't teach. They either have
Right.
them or they don't, right? But
Hmm.
you mentioned our training. We can take any individual who has zero installation experience in a matter of a week, teach them every single modality of insulation that we offer at Koala Insulation. Now, by no means is that going to make them an expert at
Hmm.
after 1 week, but we're going to teach them, and then through the continued reps, that's where they form their expertise as well. And that's part of our support. Entrepreneurs choose to have a franchisor, and part of that choice is they're choosing to get support
Yeah.
in every aspect of their business, not just in the field and how to install insulation, but also when it comes to sales training, when it comes to operational training and systems and processes, as you mentioned, as well as marketing. And when you combine all three of those, that's really part of our mantra of championing the success of our franchisees.
Well, and part of the way that you do that as well is that you help your franchisees with recruiting people for the labor model. So why don't you speak a little bit to that,
Yeah,
Corey?
absolutely. So when a franchisee is launching, one of the first things that we speak to our franchisees about is hiring for the culture that they want in the business.
Hmm.
That's something that's really big. Culture is such a big component in all businesses. Now, our franchise business consultants will work with our franchisees, help review resumes, help the franchisees make decisions on who's going to be the best for their individual teams. Now, at the end of the day, that franchisee will choose the individuals, and we're going to
Hmm.
help train those individuals as well. We often say, hey, having some installation experience is great on a resume, but if they have 12 installation jobs in a matter of 8 years, there might be something there, right? So really focus on that culture and what kind of culture that individual franchisee wants to have and grow in their individual organization.
Well, I love that you have job descriptions, ads, where to place the ads, interview questions, all those sorts of things, soup to nuts, to really help someone who's never done this before. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, this show is called Smart Business Strategies, Corey. What is this? I guess I should say, what is another smart business strategy that Koala Insulation uses that you'd like to share?
Yeah, for our franchisees, and we'll focus on strategies for our franchisees, not necessarily the franchisor. But we always focus on, with the strategy, you focus with the end in mind. Where do you want
Mhm.
to get to, right? And we speak with our franchisees about their end and how do you get there. And that's where you lay out individual tactics with individual milestones inside each one of those tactics to be able to help each individual franchisee achieve their overarching goal, whatever that would be. So it's not always a one-stop shop, or it's not a one size fits all. We cater it to each and every single franchisee and what their goals are.
Well, that is a huge differentiator among all franchises that Koala Insulation enjoys. Many people have the preconceived notion that a franchise is going to dictate everything, but in the case of Koala, it sounds like it's very custom, and you work very closely hand in hand with your franchisees, which is wonderful.
Absolutely. The strength of our franchisees defines who we are as a brand. And we've got some incredible individual franchisees that we absolutely love working with and we love seeing thrive.
Well, Corey, we are out of time. If someone wants to learn more about Koala Insulation or any of the Empower brands, what should they do?
Well, Anna, with your expertise and you being in the space for more than 20 years, I'm going to recommend that they reach out to you directly, and they'll be in great hands with you, and they'll be able to do research on any one of the 10 Empower brands or one of the 10 brands under the Empower Brands umbrella, especially Koala Insulation.
Well, thank you so much, Corey, for being here. Audience, this is Corey Lyons, brand president of Koala Insulation. Thank you so much, Corey.
Thank you thank you very much for having me, Anna.
I'm Anna Wiles, the franchise economist. See you next week, and be wildly wealthy in all areas of your life. Bye bye.